Hello. Um, this is just a video for me making Valor. Um, I played it for a little bit. Of course, making this before I had a my my channel name going. So this is actually my name. I don't have too much. Like I have way more on Domain of Magica than I do on this. Um, but it's pretty interesting. Um, I think some of the main differences between Domain of Magica and Valor are this obviously a bigger variety of items. I think in actually I don't know, they both have a lot in different ways, but the Valor has a battle pass thing. There's like the paid for is basically all just vanity. The top part gives you actual rewards that they almost always affect actual gameplay, but that's available to every single person that plays. So, let's see how many people are on. There's 40 people on right now. I'll make sure to put in the description for a link to this. In my opinion, I think Valor's a bit harder than Domain is. But, I mean, they both have their own difficulties in different areas. But... Of course, I'm also far less lucky so far in playing Valor than I am in Domain, where I've got several legendaries. In this, I don't have a single legendary, or the tier above that, which this game has a tier above legendary called Ancient Relics, and those very few people have Ancient Relics. From my knowledge, at least. Maybe there's a lot of people with them, but... From what I've dealt with, not very many people have them. But one of the main key things is just about every dungeon has an epic version. So after the initial like boss fight, as you'll see here, we'll kill Vessel, and a dungeon will spawn that is the sort of epic version, and so you're getting two bosses in one. The epic is, of course, quite a lot more difficult, but it also usually gives better stuff. You can get something called a Piece of the Realm, which I've never gotten, but it's something that allows you to upgrade certain items into legendary versions. Sort of like the crafting system in Domain. But oh wow, this guy! I forgot this guy hurts. There are new stats for this. There's might, restoration, luck, and protection. Protection gives you essentially a shield initially before you would take damage. It's similar to the tree on the defense, where you just get a passive shield. Oh, I guess we have enough people. Might is your or luck and might are pretty similar. Luck is so in this game you can crit. Luck increases your chance of critting, and might increases the damage multiplier of said crit. So as you can see, I'm doing a lot of reds, and then it will occasionally show a yellow, and that'll be the crit. Restoration is how many potions and how much of those potions heal. So how many HP MP potions you get access to, and then you get more of them as your restoration goes up. So pretty cool. They're just sort of forcing me to try and clear through this, which is funny because I can't really do it very well because this is a event level dungeon and I do not have nearly the same sort of gear that I would have on Domain. So one of my main thing, oh, somebody just died, is I like to use the throwing daggers to initially help. Just it gets damage done faster. It does a lot more damage, it has a high rate of fire, and it gives a bunch more light and might, luck and might, which are the crit multi and crit chance stats. These are, it shoots 4 shots, and they have a higher range than the dagger, but they do less damage, and they also have a chance to inflict armor broken, so they're a decent weapon. They're not like super amazing, but they're decent. Pulling an assassin, just it's a poison that does a lot of damage for the sort of level area that I'm in, where I don't have legendaries, and I'm not at like the high level unique items or unique high level UTs slash fabled items, which are just they are items that come from raids, basically, and the raids are, you see them pop off occasionally. It's equivalent to hell raids from Domain. But there's nothing super specific. Okay. Trying to think. What else? My armor is something that I'm pretty glad I got hold of. Ooh, gold. So you'll see me do something here, and it's not gonna make much sense immediately to people, but people who know and play Valor know what I'm doing. So in this game, you can go to 12-12, so to speak, and then you can, once your character has enough fame and is like higher level stuff, you can use a thing called a scripture, one of which allows you to use the red currency that I have here, and it provides passive bonuses to your character. The other one allows you to consume vials, which will the vials will allow you to ascend your character, and you can get an additional couple of stats in each stat value, and you'll get a little higher in those stat values, and then you'll become quote-unquote 24-24, and that is a fully maxed out character. Well, we got him. Gold cash, money, and more vials. So obviously people like to do this fight. I'm not a huge fan of it because it really hurts. But I can go over my gear in a second here. The rest of it. Oh, there's the funky guy in there. This is one of my better pieces of gear. HP, defense, attack, and more of a shield on initial. But it also has lifesteal, and the lifesteal isn't like constant, but it is there. And it definitely, you can feel it occasionally. And then my very tanky amulet is 100 HP and 20 vit with some offensive stats. It's just very helpful. Of course, now this coral ring that I have, I'd be surprised if it's worth literally anything. Yeah, 20 gold. Or basically nothing. But I'm gonna go back out to deal with this chest called Yazanahar. It's just an event that a lot of people do. Because you'll unlock the Ancient Depths. And these guys drop some pretty decent things. Or rather, they can drop some decent things. I don't... Basically, I don't ever get anything decent from Valor. So, maybe it changes, and I switch my Valor luck, or my Domain of Magicka luck over to Valor, but I also haven't been playing Valor for too terribly long. I think I've got, like, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 hours on Valor. And in Domain, I'm closer to, like, 40 or 50. Although, also, obviously, in the video, I got a Legendary in the first, like, 30 minutes of me playing. Which just didn't happen for Valor. But because I still haven't got one. But wow, this is going to take a while. I don't even think this is going to be about fighting the second boss of this. It's just going to be fighting this guy because, wow, this is taking a while. This guy hurts too, so yeah, people are dropping. Like, I want to just at least kill this. Just, oh, there's the rage. I want to at least just kill this thing because you do get restoration potions, which are very helpful. He's dead. Okay. Might, attack, restoration. I unlock a new tier on the battle pass. No, I didn't. I've got no new box either. Let's see if I can buy any new weapons. Here. Here's some of those ancient relic items. And you can see just how incredibly strong the ancient relics are. I think in general they're equivalent sort of to demonics in Domain. So, I mean, look at that. It's 3 shots, 185 to 395 per shot. Tons of defense. Like, I actually don't know what these do, but you know, tons and tons of damage that it pierces. But I'm just here for the good old daggers. Look by price. See, yeah, my dagger is 440 gold. And the other one's 160. I would like one that's a little better, but not one that's like crazy expensive. Holy Truth might actually be a good one to go with. That's not bad. Yeah, the initial, like, legendary daggers, like the cheap end, are 30,000 gold, roughly. Which is a lot when you think, like, I'm at 6,000, I've been basically not spending a dime. Grab one of these. Or not. That was a bad idea. The hell is this thing? I mean, it's a faster speed boost, but, like... What? What is this good for? Sitting on chests? Like, that's it. That's all it's good for, I'm sure. It's just sitting on things. Oh, no. I have my one cool thing, which is this aspect. Except it's not worth anything, because aspects aren't very, like, they're not worth anything, and they're very weird and awkward. But essentially what aspects do are, it's sort of similar to the initial thing you get for, like when you're choosing your skill tree. Or not skill tree, the birthright in Domain of Magicka. That's essentially what these aspects are. And some of them you can get some pretty interesting effects on. But doesn't matter. Well, I guess now I have it. I don't know what I'm ever going to use this for, but... like, I guess this was a mistake for me getting, because it's pretty awful. Like, I literally have to sit on things for it to do damage. It's just so awful. But you'll see me randomly kill enemies. Because just like how in Domain of Magicka, everything has a, like, chance to drop those hunter items. There are no hunter items in this game, but most enemies have a chance of giving you an alert. It's a very, very low chance. And the only alerts I've gotten are because of the battle pass. But essentially alerts are like 1v1 boss fights, and they can give some pretty good stuff. That's how I got the aspect of Anubis. But of course that didn't help me too much because it's not worth very much. It's just too... It's an aspect, and the aspects aren't worth barely anything. It's just their nature, basically, I guess. As you can see, these daggers are going way better for me. Seriously? Got nothing for it. That's incredibly disappointing. And you also probably can tell there's a lot less people on Valor now than Domain of Magicka, and I don't know why that is. Maybe I guess just Domain just is sort of the new bigger thing, and so everyone's on that instead. But I also think a good amount of Valor is it's a lot of EU players. And at the time of recording, it is 7 o'clock at night. So, for a lot of the EU players, it's, you know, 2 in the morning. So they're not going to be on. They're probably going to be on at midday hours when all of the stupid Americans like me are going to be trying to do work. What's that? You just enter it, get the Battle Pass XP, and bounce out. I don't ever actually try and do it. This guy drops a lot of potions, so he's pretty... I wouldn't say he's sought after by community, but what he does do is he has this dungeon, which if you have enough people, you can do, and it's sort of one of the newer things a lot of people do. But that's just a general overview. I'll just clear through this EDL. And, you know, just sort of show off this is what Valor is. I might do... I'm gonna... Probably the next video is going to be, of course, just more Domain. Since I don't know how well this will do. I don't know if it's going to be very sort of well received quite as much as Domain. Just because Domain is what sort of really jump-started my YouTube, so I have no idea. Yeah. So just want to let you know, or I just want to know if you want to see continued Valor content. It's a little boring for me, but it's just something different for the time being. Many more people will be on in a couple of in a week or so when the new Battle Pass launches, of course. That'll get people on, and maybe I'll make a video on that, but yeah, nothing too spectacular happens usually when I play. Not like Domain, but also, just anyone who's playing, if you see me on, just say hi. If I'm on, I'm very likely to see your comment and respond. Don't feel, discouraged or shy. Just come on, just say something. I really like seeing the comments. And I even saw a thing in the advertisements for the Domain of Magica server talking about how, I guess, someone in the community was like, oh, hey, this guy makes videos, and, like, posted my channel in the advertisements area. I didn't even have to... I didn't even do anything. It just got posted there automatically, I guess. So... yeah, that's cool. Just everyone doing the same thing over and over. I think at this point I have less experience with Valor than Domain. Oh, yeah. So, I think there are some things that I still just don't really understand about Valor. But there's also a whole lot less, like, there's no real crafting, so to speak. Like, the Domain has all of the... every boss and every enemy has those things that drop. Or all the bosses have the items that will eventually converge and craft into something much better. So, this just doesn't have that. There is crafting for legendaries, but it's basically just... oh. Someone's just randomly trading me. Yes, hello, random person. I don't know why he's trading me, but... but, yeah, just thought I'd make a little video on Valor. So I saw a couple of comments for it. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.